Around the world, there are places that were once full of life. Today, they stand completely abandoned. These are 10 abandoned places frozen in time. Number 1. Hashima Island, Japan. Imagine an entire city being abandoned almost overnight. This is Hashima Island, located off the coast of Japan. At its peak, more than 5,000 people lived on this tiny island, making it one of the most densely populated places on Earth. The island was built around coal mining. Workers and their families lived in massive concrete apartment buildings surrounded by the ocean. There were schools, shops, restaurants, and even a movie theater. But when coal lost its importance in the 1970s, the mines were shut down. People began leaving one by one. Within months, the island was almost empty. Today, the buildings remain exactly where they were left, creating the feeling that time suddenly stopped. Walking through Hashima feels like exploring a city frozen in another era. Number 2. Pripyat, Ukraine. This abandoned city was once home to nearly 50,000 people. Pripyat was built for workers of the nearby nuclear power plant. Families lived normal lives. Children went to school. People visited parks, cafes, and cinemas. Then, in April 1986, everything changed. A reactor exploded at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Residents were told they would leave for only a few days. Most packed only the essentials. But they never returned. Today, the city remains almost untouched. Classrooms still contain books. Apartments still contain furniture. The famous Ferris wheel still stands silently above the empty streets. Pripyat has become one of the most haunting reminders of how quickly an entire city can disappear. Number 3. Kolmanskop, Namibia. Deep inside the Namib Desert lies a town slowly being swallowed by sand. Kolmanskop was once one of the richest towns in Africa. In the early 1900s, diamonds were discovered nearby. People rushed to the area hoping to become wealthy. Soon, luxurious houses, schools, hospitals, and entertainment halls were built. The town flourished for years. But when the diamonds began running out, people moved away in search of new opportunities. The desert slowly reclaimed what humans had built. Today, sand fills entire rooms and hallways. Some houses are buried almost halfway. The result is one of the most surreal abandoned places on Earth, where nature continues to erase the town little by little every year. Number 4. Krakow, Italy. Perched on a rocky hill in southern Italy stands the ghost town of Krakow. For centuries, people lived here surrounded by beautiful countryside and ancient stone buildings. The town survived wars, invasions, and countless generations. But nature had other plans. In the 1960s, landslides began threatening the town. Cracks appeared in buildings. Roads became unstable. Families slowly started leaving. By the 1980s, almost everyone had moved away. Today, Krakow remains frozen in time. Its narrow streets are empty. Its churches stand silent. And its abandoned homes still overlook the valley below. Walking through Krakow feels like stepping into a movie set from another century. Number 5. Body, California, USA. Deep in the California desert lies one of America's best-preserved ghost towns. Body exploded in popularity after gold was discovered nearby in the late 1800s. Thousands of people rushed here hoping to become rich. Soon the town was filled with saloons, hotels, shops, and homes. At its peak, Bodie was one of the wildest towns in the American West. But when the gold began running out, people started leaving. Businesses closed. Families moved away. And the town slowly died. Today, Bodie is preserved in a state known as arrested decay. Many buildings still contain furniture, tools, and personal belongings left behind decades ago. It looks as though the residents simply walked away and never returned. Number 6. Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA. Beneath this abandoned town, a fire has been burning for more than 60 years. Centralia was once a thriving mining community. Everything changed in 1962 when a fire started inside an underground coal mine. The flames spread through tunnels beneath the town. Year after year, the fire continued to burn. Dangerous gases began rising through the ground. Roads cracked open. Some areas became too dangerous to live in. Residents were eventually forced to relocate. Today, only a handful of people remain. Much of the town has disappeared, but the underground fire continues. Experts believe it could keep burning for hundreds of years. Number 7. Ordures-sur-Glane, France. Unlike many abandoned towns, this one was intentionally left untouched. In 1944, during World War II, tragedy struck the village of Oradour-sur-Glane. After the war, the French government decided that the ruins would remain exactly as they were. Today, visitors can still see abandoned cars, damaged buildings, and empty streets. Nothing was rebuilt. Nothing was erased. The village stands as a memorial and a reminder of history. Walking through the silent streets feels like stepping back into a moment frozen forever in time. Number 8. Plymouth, Montserrat. Plymouth was once the capital of the Caribbean island of Montserrat. It was a vibrant city filled with businesses, schools, and government buildings. Then, in 1995, a nearby volcano became active. Over the following years, eruptions covered large parts of the city with ash and debris. Residents were forced to evacuate. Entire neighborhoods disappeared beneath volcanic material. Today, parts of Plymouth remain buried. Some rooftops can still be seen emerging from the ash. It is often called the modern-day Pompeii of the Caribbean. Number 9. Beelitz-Heilstätten, Germany. Hidden within a forest near Berlin lies a massive abandoned hospital complex. Built in the late 1800s, the facility once treated thousands of patients. Its buildings included operating rooms, recovery wards, and living quarters. For decades, the complex played an important role in German history. But as medical practices changed, the hospital was gradually abandoned. Nature slowly took over. Trees began growing through windows. Vines covered walls. Today, many of the buildings remain standing, creating an eerie combination of history and nature reclaiming human construction. Number 10. Pyramiden, Svalbard. Far above the Arctic Circle lies one of the world's most remote ghost towns. Pyramiden was established as a Soviet mining settlement in the Arctic. Workers and their families lived here despite the extreme cold. The town had schools, apartments, a theater, and even sports facilities. Everything seemed normal until the mine became unprofitable. In 1998, residents left. The town was abandoned. Today, statues, buildings, classrooms, and everyday objects remain almost exactly where they were left. Surrounded by snow-covered mountains and icy wilderness, Pyramiden feels like a frozen time capsule from another era.